The pandemic has created a huge financial strain for so many people, and despite government stimulus payments, many Americans are going to be feeling the impact on their finances for a while here.
Money expert Alfred Nixon joins us now with a couple of tips as we try to recover from it all. We are kind of going through this thing in stages, and hopefully we get back to normal pretty soon. What is your advice as people kind of look forward to the opportunity to maybe start going on trips again or going out to restaurants?
Absolutely, Ben and Lourdes, thank you for having me. And yes, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be a keynote speaker and empower thousands of people in the financial literacy space and been able to coach over 100 people to 6 and 7 figures. So when we coming out of a pandemic like this, one of the things I would share with people is, number one, you want to get into a slow start. What do I mean by that? You don't want to just rush out there. So a lot of things are opening up. Restaurants, concert hall, movie theaters. If you like trying 5 restaurants a month, I would just say start with 1, so be careful. You don't want to get out there too quickly. Number 2, I would encourage people to start repaying down some of that 2020 debt. A lot of people was living off of their credit card. So the credit bureaus, they aren't just forgiving that debt. You want to put together a strategic budget plan to start paying that thing down, because 35% of your credit score is made up of debt. And speaking of credit, number 3, I will start talking about rebuilding your credit. And one of the things you can do to do that is report your rental history to your credit report. That's in most cases, that's most people, one of the biggest expenses in their household. You can start leveraging that. And if you don't have credit cards, you can even get a secure credit card.
That's a good point. When you talk about credit cards, people should start working on paying down the debt. That's what they should do first. But for people who maybe were still able to keep their jobs, maybe received some of that stimulus money, what advice would you give for them as to how they invest their money moving forward here?
Yeah, so, for some people who actually had an opportunity and was fortunate enough to work during the pandemic and, maybe save some money doing those stay-at-home orders, you don't want to just spend that money. You want to invest it, leverage that money. You can put it in a CD, or maybe you can even purchase a home. Right now, the interest rates are at an all-time low. So leverage that money that you've been able to make if you've been fortunate enough to make some during the pandemic and put that money to work for you. Leverage it and reinvest that money. Absolutely.
What are some common holes that people get themselves in? Is it viewing stimulus money as quote unquote free money? I'm just going to go out and blow it?
Yeah, I see a lot of people that, get that stimulus money and they go out and, they, like you mentioned, blow it. Or you have other people that reinvest that money. It's an industry in the home-based profession. Now, most people want to make money from home. And you can start your own home-based business for less than $500. That's what the field I got in many, many years ago. And that's what got me my start to where I'm at now. I went from welfare to becoming a millionaire by 25 years old. So if you get those stimulus checks or any extra money, start looking at home-based businesses that you can start for less than $500 that you can start generating some revenue, opposed to just going out there and spending that money.
Okay. Did he say from welfare to a millionaire? Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
There's the incredible story, yeah. All right, thank you so much, Alfred Nixon. If people want to get more information, it is Financial Literacy Month here coming up. Where would you tell them to go?
Go to on Instagram. I'm at Alfred E. Nixon, as well as on Facebook, and you can reach out to me and I can help you with that. And again, I've coached well over 100 people to 6 and 7 figures and empowered many people around the country to get on track with their finances.
Thank you so much, Alfred. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Be well.